Imagine a city of pure gold shimmering in the desert sun, its spires reaching towards the heavens. This is Babylon, a symbol of power, opulence, and seduction. This ancient city, once a cradle of civilization, has long held a place of fascination in our collective consciousness. Historians and scholars have pored over its mysteries, drawn into its allure and the enigma it represents. Ancient texts paint Babylon as a woman, a symbol that has been interpreted and reinterpreted throughout the ages. She embodies the female sexual impulse, a raw and potent force that defies repression. But she is more than this. She is a symbol of liberation, a testament to the strength and power that lies within the feminine. In religious scriptures, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, becomes a metaphor for a liberated woman, unafraid to embrace her sexuality and her power. As we peel back the layers of symbolism, we find a tale of empowerment, liberation, and the strength of female energy. Often vilified, the harlot of Babylon is a misunderstood figure embodying the primal power of female sexuality and liberation. In religious texts, the harlot is a recurring symbol, but what does she truly represent? Experts in theology and gender studies have delved into this question, providing illuminating insights. The harlot of Babylon, they suggest, is not a symbol of evil or sin, but a representation of the untamed, powerful, feminine energy. Many interpretations of these texts have been shaped by patriarchal perspectives, casting the harlot as a villainous figure. She is often seen as a symbol of temptation, luring the righteous off their path. But such interpretations are merely one side of the coin, often ignoring the deeper, more nuanced understanding of this figure. Let's turn the coin over and look at her through a feminist lens, one that celebrates and acknowledges the power of female sexuality. Dr. Elaine Pagels, a renowned historian of religion, points out that the harlot's portrayal as a seductress is a reflection of societal fear of female sexuality. She argues that the harlot is not evil, but a symbol of a woman who is not bound by societal norms and restrictions, who is in control of her body and her desires. Similarly, gender studies expert Dr. Bell Hooks notes that the harlot is a symbol of resistance against patriarchal structures. She represents a woman who rejects the traditional submissive role assigned to her, and instead asserts her independence and power. The harlot, then, is not a figure of sin, but a beacon of liberation. Her story is not one of temptation and downfall, but of empowerment and rebellion against oppressive norms. She embodies the unapologetic assertion of female sexuality and power, a concept that continues to be misunderstood and feared. So let's challenge these traditional interpretations. Let's embrace the symbol of the harlot not as a cautionary tale, but as a rallying cry for liberation and empowerment. So the harlot, far from being a figure of sin, is a beacon of liberation and empowerment. In the face of societal norms and constraints, the liberated woman, like the harlot, breaks free from the chains that seek to bind her. This is not a simple rebellion against the status quo, but a daring journey of self-discovery and self-assertion. Take, for instance, the narratives of real-life heroines like Malala Yousafzai and Amelia Earhart. These women, like countless others, dared to challenge societal norms and expectations, carving out their paths, much like the harlot. Their journeys, filled with courage and determination, embody the spirit of the harlot, a symbol of female empowerment and liberation. The liberated woman is not just a figure of the present or the future, but she is also a part of our history. In the realm of feminist literature, she is a recurring character, serving as an emblem of resistance and change. From the resilient Jane Eyre to the fiercely independent Jo March, these characters have been breaking chains, challenging societal norms, and asserting their independence since their creation. These women, both real and fictional, embody the spirit of the harlot. They are unapologetically themselves, unafraid to stand up for their rights, and unyielding in their pursuit of equality. They defy the chains of societal expectations, just as the harlot defies the constraints imposed upon her. However, the journey is not without its challenges. The liberated woman often faces resistance, criticism, and even hostility. But she, like the harlot, is not deterred. She draws strength from her defiance, using it as a tool to challenge and change the world around her. The liberated woman's journey is a testament to the power of self-belief and the will to break free. Her spirit, much like the harlot's, is one of unwavering determination and resilience. It's a spirit that refuses to be tamed or subdued, a spirit that thrives on freedom and equality. So let's celebrate these women, let's celebrate their journeys, their defiance, and their strength. For the liberated woman in her quest for freedom and equality mirrors the harlot's defiance and strength. The female sexual impulse, often suppressed, is a powerful force that, when unleashed, can lead to profound liberation and empowerment. In a world where the female sexual impulse is often stifled, it's crucial to understand that embracing it can be a path to empowerment and liberation. This is a belief echoed by numerous psychologists and sexologists who acknowledge the significant role of sexuality in shaping our identities and sense of self. Dr. Esther Perel, a renowned psychotherapist and author, argues that sexuality is an essential part of our identity. It's a force that can help us assert ourselves, express our desires, and even challenge societal norms. It is not merely about physical pleasure, but about expressing and affirming one's identity. Dr. David Schnarch, a leading sexologist, further emphasizes the importance of embracing the female sexual impulse. According to him, when our sexual desires are acknowledged and embraced, it can lead to a sense of personal growth and self-understanding. It's about recognizing and accepting our desires, our wants, and our needs. Moreover, acknowledging and expressing our sexual desires can lead to a deeper connection with others. It can foster intimacy, trust, and mutual understanding, breaking down barriers and fostering connections that are authentic and profound. The power of the female sexual impulse extends beyond the personal realm. It is also a potent force for societal change. Embracing one's sexuality challenges patriarchal norms that often suppress female desire. It's a statement that women are not passive objects but active participants with desires and needs of their own. The female sexual impulse is a powerful tool for self-assertion. It's about having the courage to express one's desires, to be true to oneself, and to challenge societal norms. It's about asserting one's autonomy, one's right to pleasure, and one's right to be seen and heard. To embrace this impulse is to embrace a part of oneself that is often hidden, often suppressed. It's about asserting one's right to desire and to be desired. It's about reclaiming one's power, one's autonomy, and one's identity. Embracing the female sexual impulse is not just about sexual liberation, but about asserting one's power and autonomy. To embrace the harlot within is to embrace one's power, one's sexuality, and one's right to liberation. This statement rings true as we delve deeper into the path towards liberation. It's not a journey for the faint of heart, but rather a voyage for those willing to embrace change and personal growth. One could liken this journey to the one embarked upon by the legendary phoenix, rising from the ashes of its past self, reborn, more powerful and more radiant than ever before. This is the potential that lies within each one of us. The harlot, the symbol of Babylon, represents this potential. The concept of liberation is not new. Philosophers, thinkers, and spiritual gurus have been discussing it for centuries. The likes of Eckhart Tolle, author of The Power of Now, emphasizes the importance of living in the present moment as a means to achieve a state of liberation. He states, "Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have." This sentiment resonates strongly with the harlot's symbolism, advocating for the embracement of our inherent power and sexuality in the here and now. The harlot, as a symbol of liberation, also finds resonance in the works of motivational speaker Tony Robbins. He often reminds us that it is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. Our choices, including the decision to embrace the harlot within, shape our path to liberation. Similarly, the self-help literature of Brené Brown, a renowned researcher and storyteller, echoes this sentiment. In her work, she emphasizes the importance of vulnerability and courage as stepping stones towards empowerment and liberation. The harlot, in all her boldness and audacity, embodies these qualities. These teachings serve as guideposts, leading us on our path towards liberation. They remind us that we hold the power to shape our destinies, to embrace our inner harlot, and to realize our potential for liberation. So remember, like the golden city of Babylon, you too hold within you a power that is radiant, potent, and profoundly liberating. The harlot of Babylon, a symbol of female sexual impulse and the liberated woman, is not an entity to be feared, but a power to be harnessed. This powerful symbol, often misunderstood and vilified, is in reality a beacon of liberation. It represents the emancipation of the feminine spirit, the breaking of chains, and the unleashing of an untamed power held within us all. In the course of our discussion, we've delved into the allure of Babylon, unraveled its misunderstood symbols, and explored the path to liberation it offers. The harlot is a call to embrace our inner strength, our raw sexuality, and our untamed freedom. It's an invitation to harness the power within us, to break free from societal shackles, and to stride boldly towards our own golden city of Babylon. And as we journey on, let us remember the harlot within us, a beacon of power, liberation, and unabashed sexuality, guiding us towards our own golden city of Babylon.